scene wasn't chaos, the neighborhood, but it was very, very somber. There were friends trying to find out who exactly was inside the house, some family members that arrived on scene. It was incredibly hard for the community.
1 month after the murders of 4 University of Idaho students, investigators continue to piece together what happened in the hours leading up to that crime. Despite thousands of tips, they still do not have a suspect, a murder weapon, or a clear motive. As KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk joins us now. Kyle, you're telling us police are still stressing this investigation has not gone cold.
Well, that's right. Police say there's a few reasons why there's still a ton of local, state, and federal resources on this investigation, and authorities continue to get new tips every day. However, Moscow PD says speculation and rumors on social media continue to be a problem for not only police, but also the victims' friends and families.
And the general public doesn't have any idea the scope of this investigation.
1 month after 4 University of Idaho students were found stabbed to death inside this home, the Moscow Police Department is reflecting on the investigation and the next steps in the case.
Well, this investigation is not cold. We get tips every day that are viable.
However, Captain Roger Lanier says some of those tips have been geared toward online rumors and not the facts released by investigators.
That has been by far the most frustrating part of this. We've always closely guarded the information that we've discovered at the scene and our investigative information because we want to protect the integrity of this investigation.
Lanier says those rumors have also had an impact on families and friends of the victims, some of whom have received death threats. In a recorded interview, he reflected on the previous month, including the day officers were called to the home on King Road. It didn't take long for students, even family members, to gather as they waited for answers.
There was a lot of crying. There were friends trying to find out who exactly was inside the house, some family members that arrived on scene. It was incredibly hard for the community, but it was also really, really hard on our officers, some of whom were very young, and that was the first real major crime scene that they had encountered.
Lanier says it quickly became apparent they would need additional outside resources on the case, including Idaho State Police and the FBI. Right now, nearly 70 investigators are still working the case. Lanier described what they'll be doing going forward.
Eliminate the information that we know is not going to be relevant to the investigation and take all the new information and eventually, and we see this coming, eventually we're going to narrow in on exactly what happened and who did it.
Now we want to again share with you the tip line. If you have any information, contact the Moscow Police tip line at 208-883-7180. You can also send an email to the address you see there on your screen. And Moscow Police, they're still asking for information regarding a 2011 or 13 white Hyundai Elantra. They believe the person or people inside that vehicle may have critical information about the murders, but Jen, they do not have a license plate for the car.